.1 WIDR FM is Western Michigan University's student-run radio station. It was founded in 1952 by a collection of students, which was once the little trailer that sort of sat outside the dorms, and it was WIDR, Western Interdormitory Radio. So for its first years in its conception, it started as a carrier current station, which means it only hooked up to the dorms of the actual building through the pipes of the building, and you were only able to receive it in the dorms. Fast forward over 70 years, it's had a continued evolution of live music, alternative music, hosting Kalamazoo creatives, and ultimately we used to be in our building Font Student Services for 50 years, which is a long time. That's 5 decades. And this year, 2023, we moved into the new Student Center studio, which is a brand new state-of-the-art studio that has all the features we could ever want.
89.1 WIDR FM. It is sunny outside. It's going to be up to 60 degrees today. Hope you all are enjoying the sunshine. We can spend some time outside. I am Logan Crandall. I am 89.1 WIDR FM's program director. So, since I became program director, obviously the biggest change at the station has been the location. Moving from Fonts to the new student center has just really changed a lot. But I will say that outside of that, definitely the involvement and just like the culture of WIDR on campus has really grown in the past year and a half. And, you know, there's tons of people on the schedule, which is just so exciting. So kind of our overarching mission is to give opportunities to students at WMU. We just kind of want to get them involved in any creative aspects, whether they're doing a radio show, they're working on production, they're filming video, just trying to give people experience all across the board. And I would say that the content we produce is informative, but at its base, it's fun and it's creative. And I love that about the station. So I have seen WIDR impact students specifically with confidence and public speaking. Through my job, I train all of the air staff. So it's really amazing to see the process through, you know, this is what we do, this is how you do your show, to actually being on the air for the first time. And even then comparing someone's first show to how they're currently doing their show, it's just amazing to see these people light up in the studio. And just there's quite a few people who I can see really have just found their voice and their light through WIDR, and that makes me so happy.
My name is Dan. I'm the Assistant Production Director for 89.1 WIDR FM, and I'm about to give you a tour of our amazing facilities inside the Student Center. So if you come with me, I'm going to introduce you to our production studio A. Very pretty, very beautiful, and awesome. This is our primary studio for the editing and production of anything that's on air. Hey, Don. I'm gonna hop in. So you can see we have Ableton, we have Mac, all of our computers that we work on are Macs. We've got a Rodecaster as our audio interface, as we do for all of our studios except one, which you'll see, and then 2 awesome speakers and great mics. So I'll show you next studio. Have fun. Next is Studio M. This one's still a little bit in progress, but this is where our newscasting primarily is going to be, as well as any just simple live productions. And when it's not being used, acts as another studio for us to work with. If whenever that one's full, which we have people coming in a lot, so good problem to have. .1 WIDR FM. This is our primary broadcast. Primary broadcast studio. This is what controls. This is our home base where we decide, what goes on air, what doesn't. This is where a DJ will sit, and this is our great, fantastic automation system. And this is where we run our shows. It's awesome. Although the board may look intimidating, it's really, really simple to use and easy to get your hands on, or get your hands wrapped around. So, volume, all the easy things. It's really not that bad. And then we are very unique as a college radio station. We have 2 turntables that we're able to use at our discretion. And we have DJs coming in here all the time, either bringing their own vinyls or selecting from our library of records to make their show just one of a kind and unique. And it's one great thing about working with WIDR. Up next is Production Studio B. Studio B is going to be our primary production studio for all of our social media and whatnot. Gives us a nice view of campus and what's going on outside. We're very privileged to have so many windows and also the ability to close them whenever we're feeling shy. And then finally, this last place is one of my favorite places. I think it's the most interesting out of all these places, besides obviously the broadcast studio, because who doesn't like, being on air live, especially with people being able to see you outside. And here it is with automatic lights. So this is where we film all of our podcasts or radio drama stuff generally, as well as any live music that we do is going to be taking place in this room, as well as just any recording of music that we want to do in general. Sometimes we hold jam sessions just with students and community members that are involved with WIDR. It's just really a fun time. This is our primary recording computer, as well as our trusty Focusrite audio interface. We make it as comfortable as possible here, and we hope you enjoy it as much as we do.
Since I've been the general manager at WIDR, I've seen a lot of change happen at the station. Obviously, a big change is the fact that we literally changed our studios, and that comes with a lot of different things like studio reservation and stuff like that, and even changing some of the programs we used to do. But what I've seen in my time mainly is a fervent involvement, a want of involvement from students. I think people are looking for a area in which they can have their creative passions discovered in a pretty low stress environment with peers. And that's what I sense out of everybody who comes to be interested in WIDR. We have weekly orientations every Friday, and the people that come to those, they all have the same through line. They're looking for community. So I would say in the last year, last 3 years, since I've been the general manager and post-COVID and all that stuff, I think there has been a renaissance in involvement and the movement to really push for alternative music on the station and highlight local music. I think there's been a big push to get that out. I'd say mainly the involvement would be the biggest change I've seen, in addition to a lot of the behind the scenes like standard operating procedures changes, the development of our station handbooks and our brand manual and our team manuals, like our audio production team and our media team manuals. Standardizing those has been a big goal of the WIDR directors this year. And we're really proud of just everything that we've been able to solidify for that future and sustainable success. When you're listening to WIDR, our goal is to play things you can't hear anywhere else in Kalamazoo. So, that means a lot of things. And it's hard to define what songs fit into that category and what don't. But there's some general core principles that we want to uphold, and that is playing local music. Kalamazoo has an incredible local music scene of underground artists, young, talented artists, and old talented artists, young in heart, playing music in Kalamazoo a lot and creating. And because we live in an era where technology is so accessible that creators can produce their own music, it's pretty easy, and there's a lot of music to get, local music to get from people who are making it on air.
My name is Katie Ahern. I host Coffee Break with Katie Joe on Fridays at 9 a.m. It's a variety show, I would say. It is like indie, alternative pop music, so it's pretty fun. 89.1 WIDR FM, what it makes it special to me is that I can get my voice out there. I'm a big entertainer. I love entertaining people, and knowing that I can share my music taste with people, whoever wants to listen, and just put it out there on the airwaves is one of my favorite things. And I'm a yapper, so I love just talking about random things that people might not normally hear on the air, but it's something like just a variety of from New York Times daily word puzzles to what I ate last night. So, but I love getting my voice out there, just talking to people and just whoever wants to listen and sharing my music taste for sure. The radio station can help others around Kalamazoo and the university by I think just getting people involved to get their voice out there by themselves as well, and getting the information out there. I know that's how it normally is, but just if they get out here or they hear it of anything about the campus or people or lives, they can relate to it in any way, which I think is really cool. That anything that we talk about here at WIDR can be related to by one person individually. So I think that the community, hearing it and getting that out there is just really cool for the connection of human connection.